You know who loves flowers? Everyone. You know who doesn't like flowers? My old landlord. Today's sponsor, ProFlowers, sent some to my old address. My former landlord got so pissed off. I don't know why. ProFlowers are beautiful, they smell great, and are guaranteed to stay fresh for at least 7 days or your money back. But that didn't stop my landlord from calling me all pissy about me still getting packages at the old crib that I never am ever coming back to get. I told him it was a mistake. He could keep the beautiful flowers. I love them. I've always been happy with every arrangement I've gotten, but he wouldn't listen. So, don't be like my landlord. Get 20% off any of the unique summer rose bouquets or any other bouquet of $29 or more by going to proflowers.com and using my code Greggy at the checkout. That's proflowers.com and the code Greggy. Don't wait to make someone's day. And my former landlord, you can go to hell, you free flower hating monster. So what's your topic, Rahul?
I didn't know. No one told me to bring one.
Yeah, lies. You're a liar. We tell you. It's very clear. This isn't
topic.
Funhouse. You don't just walk in and be like, hey, let's PC it up and hit the demo disc.
Yeah, that's what we talked about earlier.
Oh, cool. Yeah. It is my topic.
Yeah.
Well, my favorite comedy and one of my favorite films of all time is Ghostbusters.
2016, right?
Especially, yeah. It's what got me into the franchise. But yeah,
oh, that's so sad to think that that actually is a movie that probably brought people into the Ghostbusters
Like when
franchise.
I hear people talk about Karate Kid, or I talk about Karate Kid, because shit, man, that's the first thing I ever cosplayed.
Best
that's
around,
the first
of course.
thing
naturally.
And also, we all thought, all the Indians back at home, we all thought Ralph Macchio looked like one of us. So that was it. So we
Close enough. We got to win.
Done. He's tanned. He's got dark hair. One of us.
Yeah. Last name is Macchio.
Macchio, sure. That's Indian something,
cool
right?
Yeah, could be for me.
But Ghostbusters was such an important thing for me.
Hell yeah, it was.
Yeah, and the real Ghostbusters.
Hell yeah.
Oh, and the first time I ever collected merch.
Yep.
Toys, proton packs,
yeah, dude.
Everything. And I have. Again, this goes back to me. I sound like a fucking egomaniac. Fan casted myself because it's a dream to want to have been one of those four. Obviously, the new one. I'm not going to talk about it too much, but it wasn't. I didn't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy it for multiple reasons, and it had nothing to do with the casting.
It was just that they were women.
I just hated that it was all women. Yeah. No, I just didn't like the style of humor. I actually had a problem. If it was funny, funny's funny. I don't give a fuck. I don't care who does it as long as it's funny. And for me, it didn't hit the comedic beats I wanted it to hit. It was a bit silly.
Yeah. That was the problem. Like years and years, like Ghostbusters is my favorite film, right?
Yeah.
You know that. And years and years and years ago, when all this started, I like when reboots and relaunches and all this shit, I'm like, they're gonna redo Ghostbusters, and here's why it won't work. And I said this back then, let alone where we are now, is that they're gonna make it into a pratfally comedy. Because like if you do a comedy now, even if you do something as simple as Daddy's Home, a movie that is not good, but number 2 looks kind of good. Where it's just like, hey, here's a bunch of stupid shit. There's this motorcycle
coming
scene
around,
where they drive a motorcycle through a house and out a window, and it's so CG and so fake and so stupid, and it's like and I know it sounds weird, but the practical effects of even a Tommy Boy are like gone. Where it's like Chris Farley actually falling through a table. That's funnier than in Ghostbusters, the reboot, right?
Yeah.
Melissa McCarthy like getting zapped all over the back alley. You're like,
How many times did she do that?
Yeah, exactly.
Like
15.
Like 15 times in the one movie.
It just popped into my head because
it just popped in there.
This just popped in there. See, that's why it wasn't. It just didn't hit the beats for me, right? And I'm not going to get into the whole that bullshit with the gender swapping and I don't, whatever.
That wasn't the issue.
That was never the issue.
Yeah, I think it's important to say though, like
that
it's
muddies
hard,
the waters.
It does. It's hard to criticize that film because of that discussion.
Yeah,
and
that holds people. That
but
ties people's hands up, and it makes the argument.
You put in 4
else.
male actors in that, right? And there was never a conversation about it being all women, and there was never all the energy that went into that. You still put 4 male acters in that same comedy, same jokes.
Still wouldn't care.
Still not a great movie.
I wouldn't care. That's
not a good movie.
Exactly. If you just literally swap them for the usual guys, in that position, still wouldn't have worked. So, I don't know. I would love to see a Ghostbusters reboot. Maybe if we are going to adopt a new comedy style, maybe we'll adopt a comedy style like The Office. Maybe we make a mockumentary about a group of paranormal guys trying to start a comedy.
Very good.
A thing. Don't steal my. Oh, they can steal it now.
No,
write that script.
IP, you got it.
But who I would like to know what everyone's fantasy
I love
roles would
this.
be in that.
I love this because
that can be as mixed as you want, whatever you want, just who you think's going to bring something.
I love this. I love the idea, and I love the idea of starting from something different, like the. My brain will not allow me to envision a Ghostbusters film though. That's like mockumentary style. It's a great idea.
I was just throwing something
I know
different,
that,
really.
but like to me, it has like I've always wanted them to just be like, just pick up with there's a new threat and there's a group of people that have heard of these Ghostbusters that everyone calls bullshit now because that was in the 80s, and now it's the year 2017 and there's a ghost and they go back and they research that technology and find it and bring it into the new era. But to me, it doesn't have to be all male or all female or all white guys or all whatever. Like I don't think we need that at all. No. I think it's a group of people who are like ghost hunters for all intents and purposes, and they can be mixed gender, mixed ethnicities, all that stuff. And you're just going after that. You gotta either, because again, Ghostbusters Reboot or Ghostbusters 3. There just came a point where I was like, just don't do it, please.
Well, we had Ghostbusters 3, didn't we? We all played it on PlayStation.
Exactly, we did. Fuck yeah, we did. And even that was like, all right, this is just Ghostbusters 1 again. Where is Sigourney Weaver? Why no explanation?
Sidebar, was that better or worse than the Back to the Future game?
Oh my God, League's better. No, Ghostbusters, the video game was good. But I mean, like, in terms of the story, it was like, this is just, you're just doing Ghostbusters.
7 out of 10.
You know what I mean? And
yeah, exactly.
I think IGN gave it an 8 out of 10, but no big deal. And they're the final answer on all these things. Don't worry about them.
Did you rate that game?
Yeah. Of course I did. Of course I did. There was actually, I'll never forget that.
That's when you went to New York to hang out with like
Dan Aykroyd. Yeah, we shot the Ghostbusters thing. I was in my suit and my proton pack, and I got to meet him.
Oh my God.
It was awesome. It was amazing.
I love that story.
Gave me the bottle of vodka, the Crystal Skull vodka he sells.
No way.
It's filtered through through crystals that have spirits in them. True story. Watch his infomercial.
We all need a vodka company, by the way, because I think George Clooney just sold his tequila company for like $1 billion.
We should get Kind of Funny vodka going.
Out that. Okay. Well, we're not cool enough for vodka. We need like some
moonshine?
shitty
moonshine.
That's great.
Amaretto.
It's a shitty liqueur.
Yeah. So it was fine. It was just too samey, and that's the problem. Is it's too samey. What you're saying just doesn't make sense. No offense to you, I love you very much and your thing, but it's like again, we don't believe in ghosts. Like motherfucker, there was a slime shell around the fucking New York thing, and then you're gonna tell me kids aren't learning in the history books about the time the Statue of Liberty walked down the fucking street and slammed. Like we got that's real.
And the Titanic docked.
Yeah.
Like
dialing it back to what we have. So everyone believes in ghosts, but we haven't seen that in a long time. It's supply and demand.
Sure.
There's no need for the Ghostbusters, right? They've all gone their separate ways. Maybe they're dead and it doesn't matter, right? Some of them are dead, unfortunately. So I would say, it's just a matter of like the new class discovers something and they have to go back, they have to research, and that there's a reason why they're bringing all that cool technology into the new era, right? Smart kid figures out that the proton wand can
neutrona wand, please, Jesus Christ.
Proton pack, neutrona wand. Slimer.
Yeah.
Greg, I think you in your eyes, I don't know if you like. I'm seeing that you kind of like my mockumentary Office take on it.
My take
like
on it.
Them actually documenting leaving like the upstart of a company, not addressing Ghostbusters one or any of them, just an upstart and going through that, going on their first ghost hunt and documenting it with a documentary crew.
I like it because it's different. Yeah,
completely different.
Yeah. Because my take on it would be, because I like to get away from, if we're going to do it, let's reboot it all. And when I say reboot it all, I don't mean put out a fucking trailer for a new movie that says 20 years ago, 4 best friends, and then never mentioned because in a different universe, doesn't make any goddamn sense. I would say we get out of New York. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to rip off Monster Squad. We're going to get out of New York. We're going to go to some suburb, the sleepy suburb where all these kids are going to school or whatever, and make high school Ghostbusters, right? Where you ever see Monster Squad?
No.
Oh, fucking watch Monster Squad. It's a great movie. It's these kids, but they have to fight Dracula, Frankenstein, Wolfman. It's a fun kid movie. I actually went and saw it a month ago or 2 months ago, whatever, in the theater. It was good.
We've already established this.
There's this awesome moment that I'm building to. I want at the end of my Ghostbusters movie, where the movie it's a kids movie, right? Monster Squad. So like the one kid like writes in crayon like, "Dear Army guys, send help! Like monsters are here, whatever," and he sends it off. Then in the movie they beat all the monsters. Spoilers. And then the Army guys roll in, and they're like, "Who is Timmy?" or whatever the kid's name is. And the one guy walks up and like, "I am," and he's with all his friends. Like, "Who are you guys?" And the one kid pulls out a business card they had made. And he goes, "We're the Monster Squad." And that's the only time I want to say Ghostbusters in this film or whatever. We can make the logo. We can do all this stuff.
So they still have they're kids.
Yeah.
So no Ecto one.
They're high schoolers. I want to put high schoolers in there.
I think high school. That's Ecto one. They get someone's dad's.
It's got to be a dad's car. I think we got to get away from the hearse. Because again, like, do we need the Ecto-1 in the new Ghostbusters movie?
No.
In my mockumentary, we still have the Ecto.
Well, that's awesome because I love the Ecto-1 and I want to do that with you. But like, I'm just saying that like we need. I think we need to get away from everything. You know what I mean? And like, there's the touchstones and all these different things. But
Are there
like
cameos?
Huh?
Are there cameos?
No, I'm sorry.
I think they lost their chance.
It's like Dan, I love
Who's
you.
your cameo?
Sigourney, I love you.
My cameo is Vigo.
He's dead.
Just a painting.
Oh, just a painting?
Just
That's
a
hot.
painting in the
That's good.
background.
That's real good. I like that. All right. We can do that. We can
I
do
had a
that.
pitch for a Back to the Future movie, a sequel to Back to the Future, where two friends find the plans to the time machine online and they build it in a DeLorean and it takes them back to 1985 and the car totally fits in because it's a DeLorean and it's 1985. Never got around to writing that though. No big surprise.
It's good though.
Yeah.
That's the thing is like, do you understand that like we're not anymore obviously, but like at the time we were in 2015. If we would have gone back 30 years, we would have been in 1985.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So like that's the whole concept. Like in 85, they went back to what, 55 or something like
Yeah,
that.
1955.
So yeah, if they went back 30 years, it'd be the 80s, and
Exactly.
I know the 80s, motherfucker.
Yeah.
So that'd be hilarious.
Talking about going back to the 80s, by the way, I just heard that Creed 2 is going to have Ivan Drago in it.
Oh yeah,
It's
I never
gonna
saw
be,
Creed
It's going to
1.
be a Russian.
Oh, you should
Creed
watch
is
Creed.
great.
Yeah.
Creed's
Creed's damn
fantastic.
It is. I mean, it's a Rocky film. It's the exact same.
I cried 4
concept.
times.
Really?
That's everything got me.
It's,
Everything.
But did you? What did you think of Rocky Balboa?
I loved Rocky.
I
Balboa.
loved it too.
I just
Fucking
just
love that
5
movie.
doesn't exist in my head, and that's it. Everything
That's
else
the
I
tough
love.
one.
I don't care.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
It's like a time capsule. You get to watch cinema, like the same film made every decade. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so you
yeah,
get
yeah.
to see a 70s version of Rocky, an 80s version, a 90s version, millennial. Like it's like watching cinema evolve.
Yeah, Creed is really good. They did.
Sorry.
That team did a great job. with that.
Ghostbusters. Oh no, Tim was going to say something.
I was going to
Sorry,
say, I feel like for the casting, what's important is that it's a group of people that know each other very well, that can vibe off of each other very well. And I'm talking about from actors and directors and producers and writers, everyone involved from like the top level needs to know each other. And it needs to have that vibe that the original Ghostbusters
So you want to take
did.
like the cast of the Workaholics or something like that?
That's what I'm saying.
You want to cast
No,
them like
but
zombie.
here's the thing, though.
Yeah, cast
Ghostbusters
iron.
2016 is pretty much exactly what I'm saying, right?
Sure.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
because
sure.
that was
Sure.
a group, and even the director and all that.
Yeah, Paul worked with
But
Melissa.
the difference is, the group needs to. I like your idea, not necessarily about the mockumentary. I love that idea, but I like it that it just needs. It doesn't need to be the exact same style of the original Ghostbusters, which is what 2016 was, which was taking that and trying to modernize it.
Right.
I think that is a mistake. It's more just let that group have their take on whatever the thing is. So I'm thinking, and again, I just love these guys.
Sure, throw it
but yeah, the Workaholics guys, I'm
That's a
actually
good pick. That's a good pick.
all fucking about that. But like the Broken Lizard dudes, and
fuck
some of them
yeah.
might be a little too old at this point. But like, I would love to see what they do
We'll
with it,
see what
even
they
if
do
it
with
is
Super
a
Troopers, too.
weirder story, like
Yeah.
totally weird. Like, just let them be like, hey, literally, you're Ghostbusters. Make something.
How awesome would that be if Sony was like, whatever, we're gonna hit up all these different groups and give them X amount of dollars to go make a Ghostbusters movie or short, and then we make a Ghostbusters anthology thing we put
Cinematic
out.
universe that is actually just a bunch of different teams
Just-
making
yeah,
stuff. Give them a couple rules where
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, here, you have to make it, it's based in this year, and, you know, there can only be this, and this, or
Well,
whatever.
fuck it. Give
Go.
them the same script. Give a
Hell
group
yeah.
of like 3 or 4 of them the same script for the short film, and let them
just see what
make
they do
it
with it.
and
And
their
improv
style
and
and
do
have
whatever
choose
they
their
wanna do.
director.
Yeah, I mean,
Because
look,
you jumped in,
the-
I'm sorry, my group just threw out would just be the Hot Wet American Summer people, like
Wet Hot
Stella
American
and
Summer
Michael Wayne and all them. That'd be awesome.
He just, I think Michael Showalter is the name of the guy that directed that, and I want to say he directed The Big Sick.
He did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Which is I just saw this past weekend. I was recommending you see it. It's my fucking movie of the year. so
Really?
far. I fucking loved it. Dude.
It's great. Did you not like it?
I can't believe
thought it
you
was
had
good.
criticisms of that movie. I thought it was
Really?
so
Oh,
fucking
we
good.
got to talk about it. I don't want to waste the whole
It
thing
was
now.
so
but-
good.
I loved it.
But I think that's obviously like you guys nailed it, right? Like that you had a group of people who were used to performing together, who came up together at Second City, who were doing Saturday Night Live together. They did Lampoons together. They did all these things together, and they knew each other. And so it was the same as all of us just sitting here collaborating and having and doing something fun. Except they had money and a budget, you know, and they could go and make it bring it into fruition. But I think that. Like, I don't know. I think the big problem with the newest one is that they didn't treat it like a real movie. Like Max Landis said this, and I think it really stuck with me, is like most great comedies are just really good movies, like dramas that have comedic elements to them, right? So like you could legit go back and redo Ghostbusters and have it be a horror movie if you wanted to, with the same premise, because it's a fucking cool premise, right?
Dude, I am all about this. This is what I want.
Or you want it to be a horror movie?
I want it to be a horror movie.
But that's what I'm saying.
I don't want it to be funny at all.
The problem with a movie and not to disparage Paul Feig either, because Paul Feig is a phenomenal filmmaker. I fucking love Bridesmaids, but Bridesmaids was good because it was a good movie that had really funny moments to it. You take out all the comedy in Bridesmaids, and it's still a good movie. It's still just about a girl who's like just hasn't progressed in her life, and all of her friends are leaving her behind because they are, and she can't figure out why, right? And that's you wrap that in and amongst the plot of someone's getting married. Like your friend's getting married, right? That could be a horror movie, that could be a drama, that could be an indie film, that could be a comedy. The problem I think with the new Ghostbusters was that it just didn't. It was like, let's get together and do a scene. What's it about? I don't know.
I figure out as we go. I don't have enough wontons in my soup.
My biggest complaint when I sat down, and it was quite apparent early on and stayed the entire way. The biggest problem with 2016 Ghostbusters was in the original Ghostbusters. They were the eccentrics. They were the guys who said that they believe in ghosts, that they can capture ghosts, and the entire city was played for real. And that juxtaposition, that kind of what's the word I'm looking for? That juxtaposition of that is where the comedy stemmed from. It's why them hold with the oversized packs.
Yeah.
And the guy goes like, "What are you guys? Some kind of cosmonaut?" And no, someone saw a cockroach up on Twitter. Like the whole world was normal, and they looked like these fucking idiots. And then 2016 Ghostbusters, everyone's a fucking idiot.
Yep.
The guy who fires them from the university, and he's going all of that stuff.
Yeah,
what are you doing? It tonally just completely missed the mark.
Right.
And it took it away.
It wasn't a believable world.
It just became Anchorman.
To be fair, I think that's actually a little bit of the reason why the second Ghostbusters suffered. Too, was that you started getting into a lot more of the, like when they came back, they were playing those characters themselves, and all the other characters, even Janine, for instance.
Janine got crazy.
Well,
I thought that there was a little bit more crossover with the cartoon.
Yeah, 100%.
It seemed like the cartoon started to influence a lot of the looks and a lot of the characters. They were almost
give her red hair and cool glasses.
It was like they were doing a remake of the Real Ghostbusters rather than the sequel to the Ghostbusters.
Right, but that's like that Janine character, for instance, was put specifically there as a plot device to say exactly that. I'm a normal person. Or even Winston was like, I'm a normal person in this.
Yeah.
That's what Winston's role was.
And these people are fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Like I've seen shit that'll turn you black. You know, like this is fucking nuts. Is it white?
Because he's black.
Because he's black. That's right.
If you recast it, if you were Winston this time around, I would love that in all black Ghostbusters casting, and Winston's white.
My bad, everyone.
I see shit that would turn you black. Sir, that's racist. You can't say that.
Can't say that. Anyway, but that's a very valid point, right? Is that somewhere along the lines they're just like, I mean, they relied heavily on that improv style, and I think they started to lose
That's the genius of Winston. The whole thing is she rattles off the list, and she's like, "Do you believe in da 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 da?" And he's like, "If there's a steady paycheck in it, I'll believe whatever you say."
Right?
Because they're the eccentrics.
Right?
They're the wacky zany guys who were right, and the city slowly realized that they were right too. You know what I mean? This one was just it was just wacky. It was just. Anyone, I don't know. It upsets me.
Yeah, I don't like
it was a missed opportunity, and I thought that with the same cast, just a different approach would have worked.
Sure,
you know what I mean. The casting didn't even have to change, but the question was about
people catching up in the chat right now.
Yeah.
I apologize, everyone. I did not mean that. But yeah, no, it's solid, and you're right. Like take that same cast. Wrap it in someone else, and I'm not saying it needs a new director, but have a different story for it and treat it with a little bit more of an adult angle, and you would have had a great film. Because there were moments where I was like, they got a good chemistry
talented.
Together.
Is it Kate McKinnon?
Yeah,
I saw her alts. They released 8 minutes of her alt dial. She did her alt lines for Ghostbusters, where she just improv'd. She's incredible,
dude. Yeah.
Where were those
original
tapes?
audition tape?
What's that? Oh no, her alt lines. So
alternative lines.
Alternative lines. Sorry, excuse me.
Got it.
Yeah, they just released Kate McKinnon. It was on YouTube. Just all her improv and just trying it out and giving it different. It was incredible. She's so talented. She would still probably be in my dream casting.
Interesting.
I wouldn't replace Kate McKinnon. I think she was fantastic.
Who's the rest? Who do you got in the lineup?
I can't get off the idea of Martin Freeman. Just because I love him. He's in my favorite UK comedy. he's got such a wonderful comedic timing and presence, but he's a beast of an actor.
I will always love Martin Freeman.
Martin Freeman. He was Tim in he's the Hobbit, Bilbo Baggins. And
Okay, thank you. Yeah, he was in a movie called Love Actually.
He was.
Which again, I didn't say this on stream. I didn't say this on stream. Every UK actor is in Love Actually.
No,
they're all. You go act in the UK, you're going to be in everything.
It's I will forever love Martin Freeman because of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Oh yeah,
I loved that fucking movie, and I don't know why it didn't do well. I don't know why it didn't work.
But this is why, like Martin Freeman is to a certain degree my Bill Murray, because Bill Murray is a phenomenal actor.
Yeah,
and we've seen that, and he's proven that like time and time again. And then on top of that, like his comedic chops are second to none. I think Martin Freeman in his own right. Not necessarily with improv, like with the SNL stuff or anything, but Martin Freeman for me just knows how to hit comedic timing, and I just think he'd ground that movie. So he would be one of my choices.
He's the ultimate. I mean, look at him with Benedict Cumberbatch in Sherlock. Like he's such a fucking good straight man,
and he just makes such interesting choices.
Yep,
that's one of my picks.
Okay.
So
I do have another one.
Go for it.
Hey, lay out your whole.
It's another Brit though.
Yeah, give it to me.
What a surprise!
I'm stuck on Brits.
Oh wow.
It's Richard Adowaji. Am I pronouncing right? Adowaji from the IT Crowds. Google him, you guys. When you see him, guy with the afro.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And again, I've seen him on guest panels and comedic shows. I've seen him on tons of work.
How do you spell it?
A-D-E-J. There you go.
Nope, I didn't get that. Hold on.
Type in the IT Crowd.
IT Crowd.
He's so funny.
It's insane.
Oh yeah. He was
intimidatingly funny.
He was in.
He was in the Neighborhood Watch.
No, but The Watch.
The Watch.
Because and it's unfortunate because that movie was really fucking funny. And remember that
Ben Stiller picture?
It's Ben Stiller, Vince Vaughn, this gentleman, and I forget who else was in it. But the movie was really, really funny. But it unfortunately came out around the time
George Zimmerman. Sorry.
And so they had to stop calling it the Neighborhood Watch. They started calling it The Watch, and I think that it just took down the movie a little bit.
Gotcha.
But go and watch that movie. It's actually really fucking funny.
This guy, you've seen him. You know who he is.
He actually plays. I don't want to spoil it.
He's used in GIFs a lot. I see him in internet GIFs.
He's very gifable.
Actually, this guy, I forget this actor's name too. He's
from
the
Irish actor. He was in Bridesmaid.
Yeah. He's hilarious too. He's in a movie that I keep. It's on my Netflix queue or Amazon queue, but I haven't watched it. It's like The Perils of Time Travel or something like that. Anyway, don't worry about it. Never mind.
Chris O'Dowd.
Is that his name?
That's his name.
There you go. There it is.
Another great actor.
He's hilarious.
He's
in
so,
fact,
like, IT Crowd. You guys should all watch IT Crowd. Such a good show.
It is really good. I need to stop. You guys have to jump in because I keep naming Brits because then the next one's going to be me.
Yeah, of course.
I would love to see you.
Now, what are you playing now? Are you playing? Are you sticking with the names? I would
take, if I could, I would take the Egon role.
Yeah,
I thought
I can see that.
I love, and I
For some
kind
reason,
of
I can
play
picture you like in a
something
lab
similar.
coat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
I'm being lazy with my own casting.
Just put glasses on me.
Right, exactly.
You already have a lab coat, so you're good to go.
Or I would take the role of the Winston. I'd love to play that role too, because Malcolm plays that Winston role, not because Malcolm in our show is black, but because Malcolm plays the straight man around eccentrics who's always just like, and how Malcolm explores.
He's the audience, basically.
Yeah, and what he does, if you ever get to see it, but what he does with being the straight man, and he's turned that into probably the funniest character without breaking the rules. It's such a, I'd love to try that. Being the straight man and still being hilarious, that's like, that's a gift.
Gotcha.
That entices me.
Tim, what do you think of all this?
Well, like I said, I think Workaholics, I'm totally sold on that, but Broken Lizard's my thing. I love Broken Lizard. I'd love to see that.
Outside of Super Troopers, what have they done?
I love every movie that they've done.
What else have they done? Lizard, whatever?
Whether it's Club Dread or Beer Fest or even Slam and Salmon, which fucking had its issues. Again, not the biggest Ghostbusters fan, so for me, it's like they can't ruin it.
But
except
had
they could.
they been able, if like I'm talking Broken Lizard, maybe now I don't know. We'll see what Super Troopers 2 comes out like
if it ever happens.
Speaking of which, I backed that, so that shit better happen. But flash back to early 2000s, I want to say Super Troopers comes out. Everyone's like, "Who the fuck are these guys? They're amazing!" And then they announce these guys are the next cast of Ghostbusters. They would have fucking knocked it out of the park. Or it would have been a tragedy.
I just thought of two Americans. I'd love to run two American names by you.
Yeah. Go for it.
Both men.
Okay.
Will Arnett and David Cross.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Because I love Arrested, and I could see that as well.
Oh, my God.
I don't know why, like the Venkman role played by Will Arnett.
I mean,
he's
I would.
handsome in that way, and
Yeah.
he's got. I don't.
I'm gonna throw this out at you because my brain defaults to like AAA celebrities that don't need the work.
You're going for Daniel Day, aren't you?
The Rock,
yeah,
Zac
definitely.
Efron.
Is that
cast
how
we always
Daniel
do.
Day-Lewis? No,
Steve Harvey.
no, I would love to. I mean, people brought his name up before, but I'd love to see Chris Pratt be that Venkman role. Like that, I think he could play that lovable idiot. Like I don't really know what I'm doing role, which is exactly kind of the role he always plays and everything.
See, for a Venkman-like role, I would love to see Miles Teller.
He's such a good, like he's almost too good of an actor to play that role though. Like,
But I mean, this is 2000. I mean, he's gonna
Remind me of
be a
Miles
more.
Teller?
He was in Spectacular Now. He was
Fantastic
in Black.
Four.
Oh yeah.
I like to
He
name
was
the
hanging
good
out with The
movies he
Rock
was
this
in.
weekend.
I saw
Was
that
it?
at the fight.
The UFC fight. They were
They
sitting
were
next to each
both
other.
Did you see The Rock? Did you say,
Oh, I
hey,
did.
thanks
He
for
was
kind of
a
fighting
little,
left
a
3?
little far from me.
We'll get to that later, I'm sure. Okay, yeah.
A lot of celebrities that fight this weekend. I love Chris Pratt. I think he's got some of the best comedy chops. Obviously, he comes from that world. I think he could totally play it. I think you have to bulk down a little bit though. He's a little too big right now.
Bulked down, yeah.
Bulked
But
down a
everybody's
little
gonna
bit.
be bulked up in this thing because it's like that's how
Nah,
it
they
is.
won't be. You don't need everyone bulked up. That's the problem, right? Is that you don't need that. Like your brain, you can't default to that. These are the outcasts.
Guess what
These are
though?
the
You
people.
can't do that anymore. That's not the world we live in.
You don't need a shot where
Go
Chris
watch
Hemsworth
go
takes his
watch
shirt off. Oh, wait.
1984 Ghostbusters and be like, how many of these people would be allowed on film nowadays?
That
None
is
of them.
fair. Bill Murray, not the best.
Sigourney
looking
Weaver
human
would've
being. Yeah, Sigourney Weaver was amazing.
I'll just take the cast of 21 Jump Street, add James Franco, and call it a day.
Oh fuck, they
See,
would kill it.
my thing about
Even
it
with
is
Brie
I
Larson,
love-
Brie Larson.
I can't.
Why can't you?
It feels like we're doing the bridesmaid thing. It's with
Sure.
that one.
That's all we're doing.
But what about this? What if they merged it with Men in Black? Or I'm sorry, what if they did what they're going to do with Men in Black and 21 Jump Street and put them together that way? Ghostbusters and 21 Jump Street.
No.
Ghostbusters
Hold on,
are
I
already
like where you're
established.
going.
It's already goofy.
Men in Black, Ghostbusters. Yes.
That
That would be
doesn't
amazing.
make any
That
sense.
I'm fucking
We're fighting aliens and ghosts
I don't know
now.
if I
Hell
want
yeah.
Channing Tatum,
Oh, I
Jonah
want them
Hill.
everywhere.
I'm a little like
Now
I
they're
don't
too old,
need-
but they would've been good.
I don't need. Yeah,
Danny,
that's the other
I'll
problem
take a
too, is,
Danny
like,
Glover. I know he's not in 21 Jump Street, but you guys watch.
do you mean
Community.
Donald Glover?
Donald Glover.
Is it Donald?
Yeah.
Donald, yeah.
Danny Glover is too old for this shit.
Lethal
Yeah,
Weapon.
he's-
I'll take them both.
He'd be the shit. I would
But
love
no,
it
I'd
if Danny
take
Glover were in that too.
Donald Glover, I'd absolutely.
Donald Glover's a great pick for
fucking-
that.
He's incredible.
I'd
He's-
cast him in anything.
Oh yeah, he would be He would kill that. That's the problem too. Is like you're getting into like the Parks and Rec, the Community casts, like all these casts that you know have really good.
That's what I'm saying. I
chemistry
think
with each
that's
other.
important.
Broad
Like
City,
Brie
I know a
Larson,
lot of
Brie
people love-
not Brie
Oh my
Larson,
God.
Allison
Broad
Brie. excuse
City.
me. Broad City Girls would be amazing.
Broad City Girls. Yeah, fuck. I don't know. I'm trying to think of who would match with them. Like two more.
That's
would,
why
like,
I wouldn't want to
perfectly
take. That's why I
match.
just wouldn't want to take one show and have them make it. Like I don't want. I'd like a dream ensemble team.
I
'cause
like
there's
this.
so much good talent spread across.
Yeah, I agree with you.
See, I'm going with my young Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Right. We're starting off with this.
Stranger Things.
Defending. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to. Exactly. That's the problem because also in the trailer they're in the Ghostbuster uniforms.
Oh,
They
yeah,
look
of
so
course they are.
goddamn
Yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Shout out to that
But I'm
trailer.
saying
Yeah.
I need a cool older brother. I need a high school girl and a high school boy. I need a young boy and a young girl is what I've cast.
Eric
this as.
Matthews, Corey Matthews, Topanga, Sean Hunter.
If you want to go back in time and get them to reboot Ghostbusters, I'm all in. That's a great one. That's
I
a
don't
good
know
pick.
many kids.
Yeah, I know. That's the problem.
Tom Holland. I mean, he's 19.
Tom Holland
That's the
would make it
problem.
great. Yeah, he'd be
I did
great.
think of the Stranger Thing kids. They're out there doing stuff. Yeah, Maisie Williams. She could do things.
She could.
She can do
She
things.
can do things.
There's too many British people though. We've
I
already.
know. Oh,
You
really?
got to go away from that.
This is a British
We're
reboot
all-
of
yeah.
Ghostbusters.
Although a British
Hell
reboot
yeah.
of Ghostbusters would
Well, I
be
guess
fucking amazing.
We'll
That would be
put
incredible.
McGonagall in it.
In
And,
London.
Oh my
and it's
god!
happening
Why
right
could?
there.
Why could?
can't-
I would
there's no reason why I
absolutely
can't.
a British remake. That way we can retell
gotta
the
have-
same story, but it's
Yeah,
British.
Yeah.
you have the
just gotta
weird
have one-
siren and the weird light.
yeah, exactly. And our hearse don't look like that. That'd be awesome. Oh,
That'd be amazing.
me,
I'd love
me,
to shoot that.
Ricky Gervais.
Yes. I'm
Martin
liking where this is going.
Who's,
Yeah,
who
Martin
we got?
Freeman. Yeah.
Martin Freeman.
Yeah. Keep this going.
Benedict
Hugh
Cumberbatch. Hugh Grant.
Hugh Grant as the mayor of London.
Jeez, this would be awesome.
Oh no, it's just a sequel to Love
David
Actually.
Beckham.
He's still the prime minister.
He should be the
Hugh
prime
Grant.
minister.
Do you have?
No,
do you have term
instead
limits?
of the mayor, we have the prime minister.
Yeah. Do you have
and
term
it's-
limits?
Yeah, 4 years.
That's gonna be hard. That'll be hard to retcon in why he's still there.
No, no, no one knows
Because I
when
want
Love
him and
Actually
his
was happening.
girlfriend. yeah,
There's
yeah.
no dates on Love Actually.
Oh, but no,
for however long.
Huh?
You can be prime minister for like 20 years.
You can be
but
prime minister for-
it's
Yeah.
voted, don't you?
Oh,
They don't have
oh,
term
great. So
limits.
he's still there. Everybody still loves him.
Fan
Great.
favorite.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. I like this a lot. All right. All right. We got a picture,
Can I,
guys.
can I
we
ask
got
you
a
a
picture.
question out of pure naivete?
Go on.
They live in Big Ben. That's where they.
I've been to Big Ben,
that's
sir,
the
and
fire hall.
I have checked. There was no one living there. Do people in the UK love Hugh Grant as much as the Americans do?
Because we love.
Because
Hugh
we
Grant.
fuck. He's a national treasure for us.
They don't dislike him.
Good.
I just don't. It's not a conversation. There is a few people we love.
Can you ask your
Let-
friends
hold
next
on.
time you go over there if they
Shortlist who's the people the British people love.
Oh God, what do you reckon, Yaz? Throw some names. Who do we love? Do we love the royal family? These guys love the royal family more than
No,
we
don't
do.
love you don't love the royal family. Oh, you like the Prince Harry and the Prince
She'd know
William?
better than me. I haven't been home for 3 years. Who do we love?
You love you.
Well, you guys are loving
Sports personalities come
yeah,
up a lot.
Beckham? No,
Not Harry.
Beckham's always going to be loved, I think.
No, it is Harry. It's Harry and is dating the girl from Suits, right? And that's a big. Yeah, that's a hot relationship, man. Did you hear about this?
Suits? No, I don't
Prince
know what
Harry is
Suits
dating one of the actors
Oh,
from
yeah,
the
yeah.
USA show Suits, and it's hot. They're good looking.
You keep saying it's hot. Okay, that's what it means. Okay,
Yeah, they're good.
Like
they're
sex
great,
tapes leak.
I
or
mean,
is it just this?
well, this is the royalty we're talking about, but if it does, I would.
Why
definitely
would
watch
why
it.
did like they've had no privacy forever?
That's fair enough. That's fair enough.
Royalty.
Ian McKellen?
As
We
a
love
Ghostbuster.
him.
Oh, okay.
What about Patrick
David
Stewart?
Attenborough. Jeez,
Oh,
how could
yeah.
I forget?
He's the narrator guy, right? He narrates stuff.
He doesn't just narrate. He's been part, like he makes them.
Oh,
his,
wait.
his role's been reduced slightly as he's got older and older and older.
guys
And
like
Did he
Top
do
Gear
Planet
on
Earth too?
Top Gear, we did.
think he did.
They're not loved. The show was loved. I think they're kind of a bit.
Where do you come down on Wheeler Dealer, which is the best show?
Yeah,
ever
Nick
made.
watches Wheeler Dealer. You know that one. I haven't watched it much.
There's like 400 seasons of it, so if you guys want to jump in, there's lots of stuff to go back and look at.
Helen Mirren.
Oh, Helen
I
Mirren's a
think
treasure. We love her
she's
here
loved.
too, though.
McGonagall.
Maggie Smith.
Smith.
Maggie
Yeah.
Smith
Yeah,
is
yeah.
loved. Emma Watson, is she loved?
Oh, she's got to be. Come on.
I
now.
guess she's pretty loved. Ooh. Whatever.
Of course,
People in
of
the UK
course.
in the chat are throwing out a lot of
Oh
names.
yeah. This would be interesting.
Elba, Bale, Firth, Pegg, Simon Pegg.
Simon Pegg.
You know what? This
Oh my
might be
God,
for their
yeah.
cast. Actually, I'm sorry, they might not be.
Oh well, Simon Pegg is
Hugh
a
Laurie?
great shout for that. Hugh
Simon
Laurie,
Pegg would be
yeah.
good. Yeah, people are saying that the
Hold the fuck up.
the Edgar Wright crew would be
Yes.
amazing for Ghostbusters.
Oh my
And
god,
that's what I
actually
want.
would take that.
amazing.
That is what
Okay,
I want. I
yeah,
want an Edgar
I-
Wright
Nick
directed
Frost.
Ghostbusters with the whole crew.
Nick Frost and Simon Pegg.
Yes.
Yeah,
Fuck, that would be
amazing.
awesome.
Wow.
That would be a perfect film.
That is it.
That's a perfect film.
Damn.
Can they live in Big Ben though? Can they? That'd be the
Fuck
firehouse.
yes. No, that's the firehouse. Yes, they have
Yes.
a pole that goes all the
Yeah.
way down. One of them
We'd
dies
also
because
get.
it's
That means we'd also
50
get.
stories.
I'm picking up too much speed.
It's time to let go. Don't let go. Don't let go.
It's tearing the skin off. Let go. Let go.
Why didn't we put a pad down there?
We'd also
sorry,
get
guys.
Peter Serafinowicz if we get the and I love Peter Serafinowicz
Who's
because
that?
he's the voice of Darth Maul and he's now playing the Tick and he pops up in everything.
He's really good.
really
have you
good.
seen The Tick? Have you seen
No,
the
I
pilot
haven't got
of
a
The Tick?
chance to yet.
There's a pilot on Amazon Prime if you
yeah.
have it.
My friend's
It's
in
actually
it.
pretty good. I was a huge fan of the cartoon. Did not like when they tried to do live action with Putty from Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Did not like that, but this new one's pretty good.
Click here to subscribe. Click here to watch a playlist of other episodes. Click over here to go to the Patreon for Kinda Funny, and click over there to go to Kinda Funny Games. All sorts of stuff to click on. Click on this. You'll go to Pound Town.